Welcome! Today we're checking out the Pantasy Circus Paradrop, set 86003. It has 1,680 pieces, lights, a built-in motor, and one of the most magical displays Pantasy has made so far. But is the building experience as fun as the final result? Stick around until the end because I filmed the building process and it was quite the ride. Everything starts at the base. On the outside, it just looks like a colorful circus platform. But inside, that's where the real magic lives. This is where the motor, gears, and power system are hidden. The decoration is packed with printed circus-themed pieces, frames, patterns, bright colors. It really feels like a tiny fair attraction. And there are charming little details everywhere. A teddy bear riding a unicycle, an elephant on a drum, and even a basket full of balloons. And that drum, that's actually the only sticker in the entire set. As we move up through the center, things start to shine. These transparent cylinders hide the light strips inside. We place reflective PVC sheets behind them to bounce the light outward. Once powered on, it feels like a nighttime circus show. This section does require some patience. Some parts fit very tightly at first, but once everything is aligned, the effect is absolutely worth it. And of course, here come the stars of the show. 4 parachutes, 2 on top, 2 below, ready to move perfectly in sync. At the top, we build this diamond-shaped structure. It almost feels like a small set inside the main build. First the frame, then the center panels, and finally the colorful sides that match the circus theme below. It's bright, vibrant, and visually balanced. Very playful, very circus. And now, the cutest surprise in the whole set.
I used to work at the circus. I was a human cannonball until they fired me.
Okay, sorry, this is MiniMStories, where minifigures randomly appear and say the most random things. As I was saying, right at the top we build a decorated box, and inside it lives a tiny clown teddy bear. It has a little hat, a clown collar, and a super fun expression. Small detail, but full of personality. Now, a quick confession. My parachutes didn't work properly on the first try. This part is very precise. The strings must be positioned exactly as shown in the instructions. If they're even slightly off, then the parachutes won't move correctly. I had to go back, adjust everything, and then the mechanism finally worked perfectly. So yes, follow those steps very carefully. All right, moment of truth. Press the button, and the circus comes to life. The characters start spinning. And the parachutes move up and down in perfect sync. The motion is smooth, continuous, almost hypnotic. And when you dim the lights, this is where the set really shines. The colors glow through the cylinders. Little star effects appear in the lighting. And it genuinely feels like a miniature mechanical circus show. Even though it's only 1,680 pieces, this was not a quick build. It definitely feels like an expert-level set, mostly because of the internal mechanics and the parachute alignment. At times, it reminded me of the complexity of the Pantasy claw machine. Challenging, but extremely satisfying once everything works. And yes, you'll see exactly what I mean in the full time lapse at the end. The Circus Paradrop isn't just a display model. It's basically a tiny animated circus, full of motion, lights, and color. This is not the easiest Pantasy set to build. The internal mechanics and the precise alignment of the parachutes require patience. At times, it genuinely feels like you are assembling a small machine, not just stacking bricks. But that challenge is also what makes the final result so rewarding. When everything finally moves in sync, you get that, okay, that was worth it moment. It's the kind of set that doesn't just sit on a shelf. It invites you to press the button again and just watch the show for a few minutes. And honestly, that's where this set shines the most. Not just as a build, but as a little mechanical performance you can keep coming back to.
They say marriage is like a 3-ring circus. First, you get the engagement ring, then you get the wedding ring, and finally, you get suffering.
Okay, thanks, Harley. Let's continue. If you enjoyed this mechanical circus, don't forget to like and subscribe. You'll find the link to this fantasy set in the description below. And tell me in the comments, do you prefer static display sets or moving models like this one? Now let's roll the full building time-lapse and see how this circus came together from start to finish. Thanks for watching and happy building.